Welcome everyone to another live episode of the Hype Man Podcast. I'm your host, Leroy or Leroy. Either way, it's your boy. And tonight, where we are in the world, this is one that Heather wanted to do, just spur of the moment. Heather, what is this episode about?
It's about basically adventures out for the day, like a day trip somewhere when you're not close to home. What do you do? How does your spouse help you? Those sorts of things to kind of get you on the right track. Or if it's not your spouse, then maybe a family member, whoever goes with you, or a friend who goes with. So we just thought we would share the pros and the cons and go from there.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll with the punches. So.
Roll with the punches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So wherever we go, whether it's activities, events that are close to home or even not close to home, I always have a migraine bag that I carry with me. So I have 3 different types of my migraine bags. Sorry, I'm in the process of getting another migraine. But I have 3 sizes of my migraine bags, depending on the event and the situation that it might call for. So this one, I was able to bring my medium one. Great. In it, I added my FL41 migraine glasses, which are red tinted glasses. And then I also, just in case, brought my electronic eye massager, and that helps massage like the temple areas, and it can kind of like get the eyebrows a bit, and then underneath here, but it never gets your eyeball part. Right. The one that I have also plays sounds and music, but I choose to turn that mode off, especially I just don't like it. And not only that, but if he's driving, he may not want to listen to it. So
yeah.
You never know.
No. It's my only thing that the sound that it makes is when it's letting out the pressure of the air, and I go, oh, what's that? I'm like, oh, because sometimes she'll put it on. Of course, I'm driving, paying attention to the road, and all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, what the heck's that noise? I look over, and she's already got the chair, the seat reclined and
backwards.
Yeah. And already has her eye massager on. So.
Yeah. But thankfully for this trip, I didn't need it, which is a plus. And so they're called electronic eye massagers, there's tons of them out there. So if you want to Google that, research that, that's what they're called. They're wonderful. Just make sure to check in with your doctor for some of them, because I know one, or at least the one that I have, or one of them that I saw something, it doesn't do well for people who have glaucoma. Yes, thank you. So, just always please make sure to check with your doctor or neurologist on that specific one, which is the electronic eye massager. So, it helps me. I know it helps many others, so wanted to share that tidbit with you. I also packed along my medications, which, yay!
I always make sure you have those.
Yep.
Especially if we're going to be gone longer than an hour or 2. Or like over this past weekend, we were gone for 6+ hours. So.
Yeah. And that's the longest I think I've been out with you, away from our house for like.
Besides with family, an actual event, or actually traveling there, seeing some of the sights of the cities, and actually, yes, that is correct.
And then also working on my breath work. And so I did that. And then sound therapy, which is very helpful for me. We noticed that is a huge impact on my migraines in my head and anxiety, if you will. So before we left, I said, hey, can you plug these 3 apps into the account that we use? So that way.
Yeah, so she sent me, she texted me 3 playlists,
Thank
3
you.
different playlists
Migraine.
to put in her, to put it, because we both have a Spotify account.
Yeah.
So to put it on, on my, add it to my playlist, which I had no problem doing. So I did that, and then as we were driving, I had the soundscapes and all that stuff going. And there's some that I just can't handle.
It's the binaural beats that kind of does the, how do you...
Does a whoa, 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 whoa. Does all that, and then it's like my eardrums. I'm like, nope. Next, and then the next one be like a different variation. Next, so I'll keep skipping it until I find one that doesn't, and then I'm good. But good thing she sent me 3 different playlists.
I did.
Because there's one that she always plays here at the house, and as soon as I played it, like I was fine with it because I pretty much hear that album, constantly. So I know which ones I can handle, and which ones I'm like, nope, like sorry.
Yeah.
And then there's some, like I mentioned that noise that gets to me. I asked her, I'm like, is that soothing to you? She's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Right. And so everybody's different, right? So wherever you are, whether having migraines or not migraines, you don't know if it's gonna like annoy your loved one, your spouse, or you don't know if it's going to be like irritating, to the ears.
Yep, that's what it was. It was irritating. It was both. It was irritating to me, and it really irritating to my ears. I'm like, sorry, I'm gonna keep going to the track that doesn't have that that I can handle.
Yes.
And then the ones with the waterfall or the rushing waters, I can't handle that either. Because while I'm driving, I can't be driving like, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. So nope, skip that one too.
So what he's also talking about is the nature sounds that I have.
No, not the one. No, I'm talking about the ones with the water or the rain.
Oh, the
those
mixed
types.
Combination of
yeah.
The sound, the bong sounds, or
the bong sounds and the waterfall.
Yeah,
those are the only 2.
And the sound bowls.
Yeah, the sounds of the nature sounds from the forest. I'm cool with those. It's that. I'm like, come on now.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's okay. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times I wasn't sure if it was going to irritate him. So I did bring my headphones just in case, but thankfully I told him, like, hey, if you go to this one, you might have a better look because it's not going to be irritating to your ears. So it's just being respectful to him as well because it's sharing a small space inside of a car, right? And then I also wanted to bring sound therapy with because I only can use Wi-Fi for internet on my plan, which I'm totally fine with because I don't use it a lot outside of the house. And I actually request that because I don't want to spend hours on my phone when I'm not at home, sort of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because I want to enjoy where I'm at.
A lot of people are like that.
So, I asked him, like, hey, you don't need Wi-Fi for your phone, so just in case I am in a migraine, can you add at least 2 or 3 of these playlists to your Spotify, and then we can go from there, which became helpful because I was able to listen to it in the car. And we were taking the train, so I wanted to, at some point, make sure that I had my headphones with me to use as a possible migraine device if my migraines got too bad at the places we were at, or if I needed them on the train because of my migraine. So that way I had that extra backup plan.
If you need it, but the L's in the city are so wobbly, and like we weren't going that many. I think the furthest stop was like maybe 5 stops, but we weren't going for long distances, which helped. But I was worried about her when we got on. The L was the swing sensation, and and the sudden stops and how the L stops, and so she was always by me. where I told her to hold on to the bar because we were with two other friends. Hold on to the bar there, and then the weirdest thing is like she put her hand in my left pocket, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm trying to balance myself." I'm like,
well,
okay. I'm like, this is. Yeah, okay.
I haven't taken the train in a while.
I know, I get it, but you're gonna put. I was like, because I'm thinking maybe there's something. Maybe she's trying to grab a mint out of my pocket or want my keys for some reason. Like I didn't know. So, but no, she was like, no, I'm just trying to keep my balance. I'm like, okay. And then there was one stop where she kind of leaned forward and rocked back, and then so I was like, Heather, just adjust your feet. You know, your
posture and stance.
Yeah, your stance, thank you. And so she widened her stance and extended her right foot towards mine, and she was better after that. Because I noticed that at first she was straight up and down, feet together. I'm like, oh, she's gonna be doing these numbers. So, but no, I'm not laughing at you.
No, I know you're not laughing at me. That's just me being silly. So.
No, I'm not laughing at you at all. It's just because it got me too. I was like, ooh, because sometimes you got to really widen your stance.
Yeah.
And then as far as more people came in and all that stuff, and of course people are going to bump you as it gets crowded.
Yeah.
So,
and I was okay with that part, but it was just, people don't realize one of my types, and I know you understand it because you live with, me through the migraine lifestyle. But sometimes when we're having fun and in the moment, we forget our loved one or spouse has, a medical condition or, chronic health issues, however you want to word it. And so people forget that those with vestibular migraines, trains can be a little tricky. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, oh, can it trigger the vestibular migraine? Can it cause disequilibrium? Can it cause lightheadedness? Mm-hmm. Can it cause any dizziness? And, or just feeling like, ooh, I don't like this. And so that was a lot for me to be able to balance myself in the train, and then also making sure somehow it didn't spike up vestibular migraine. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So the one thing that helped me, I don't know if it will help others, but when I got on the train, or when I was on the train, looking out wasn't always a great idea. Mm-hmm. So I focused down instead of looking out, or I looked at our friends or Leroy, whoever was talking, mm-hmm. and focused on the conversation as opposed to looking out the window. Mm-hmm. Even though I wanted to look out because it's pretty and it's cool and it's fun, mm-hmm. Yep. And that's what through the whole entire time up until we left. Well, until we got back to our friend's apartment, but. All the way leading up until then, until the train, getting off the train, going to a couple of stops, going back on the train, and seeing some stuff. I was constantly asking you okay? Mm-hmm. Because I was worried about that. I was mm-hmm. I was like, if her equilibrium's going to be off, like, okay, she's going to have to just hold on to me, and we have to walk. But she did great. She did absolutely great. And I told her that at the end of the night. I said, you did fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I would have held on to one of our other friends, too. Mm-hmm. Like, if he wasn't available, because I know he understands my health issues. Mm-hmm. So, I would have held on to, like, his arm or, like, mm-hmm. the forearm part, and just be like, okay, like, just to give me that balance. But we ended up going to play arcades.
Oh, you want me to start with one of the
yeah.
Pictures? Okay. Start with that one. So
that was the train.
Yeah, that was the... That was the L we were on, or how it calls it, the train, but the L for for the city folk. So that's us.
I just say train. I don't know what.
No, it's fine. It's fine. There's a difference. And then the second picture, we were at one of the arcade places in the city. You see me playing. I'm playing a game there, and Heather, of course, is taking pictures. And again, as you can see, she has her glasses mm-hmm. on. That was the one thing I made sure she grabbed, and I put it by some of the one of the other items that my friend wanted me to bring to his house. I was like, you know what? I'm definitely, because I can imagine how bad it would have been if she didn't have those.
Oh, I would not have lasted.
It would have. I mean,
No.
we probably been out of there in like 2 or 3 hours and say we got to go home. Like,
or I would have been in their seating area
and just sitting
and just sit and wait till they're done, which is fine because sometimes you have to make modifications to an event. It may not be fun for Leroy because he's wanting to have fun, but he's also
because in the back of my mind I'd have been worried, checking in on her constantly.
Yeah. But I would have made modifications as long as there's a seating area somewhere that I can, figure it out, what have you. I would have made modifications.
Yeah.
And those are things you just have to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
So I did play games, but a lot of times I'm the one who's usually taking pictures.
Uh-huh.
And so when Leroy's in the moment, sometimes he forgets to be like, "Oh, she's playing a game or she's having fun."
Yeah,
so
I don't even think about that.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, but that's because he's in the moment, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then
so
there's another section of the arcade games, and Heather found like, "Oh, this is pretty," and then of course found Shrek and decided to put her finger up Shrek's nose and take a selfie.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's me having fun, right?
That's Heather. Anybody that knows Heather, this is a example of what you would get.
I'm a big kid at heart, is what I say.
Yeah, so. She is a big kid.
Yeah. So there's that fun one.
And then the next one, same area. What was I playing? Oh, I was playing.
A fun one.
Yeah, I think I was playing The Simpsons. I think. And then of course I didn't even know Heather was taking a picture until I happened to look to my right and she already had everything set up.
Because I was like, "Hey, babe,
get ready to take the picture." So I was like, "Okay, let me be a good sport." And so, but again,
and you were.
Yeah, but again, those glasses were an absolute lifesaver. Yeah.
Because they had flashing lights there. They had disco balls in this, coming from the ceiling. Mm-hmm. Lots of bright lights. Mm-hmm. And for people who don't know people with migraines or things like that, that can be a true trigger for a lot of us.
Yep.
Not everybody, but for a lot of us. Mm-hmm. So... without those glasses, I don't think I would have been able to do this.
Our time there would have been short.
Yeah. So, this is an example. You are looking, they had a bunch of these in the place.
Is that a palm tree?
I think it's trying to act as a palm tree. I think it was a pipe, but they decorated.
No, babe. I'm talking about the image on the. on the cylinder thing, and then this thing right here. Isn't that a palm tree?
No, I didn't look up that.
I think it will. I think it is here. Let me, because I'm pretty.
I didn't look up that closely.
Because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's a multicolored palm tree. Yeah. Yep.
It's a strobe light to me.
Yeah.
So, you want to go back? I don't do well with strobes. No, but this is a strobe light to me. It may not be to other people.
It's a colored floodlight, and then they're projecting, I believe, a multicolored palm tree.
Okay, so
some sort of tropical tree.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
So,
what? This one?
No, back. Sorry, guys. Yes, thank you. Anywho, there was a bunch of these in the arcade game place, and they were really bright, and so this is what people see without the glasses.
Okay. Got it.
All right, sorry.
Right?
Yeah, sorry. I take that back. This is what people see with
the glasses on.
With the glass. No. Oh, migraine.
She's in a migraine.
I'm glad you guys see this. This is brain fog. This is migraine.
So you want me here?
It's.
There's that picture, Pam.
Okay.
You said it right the first time. This is the picture.
I'm now confused.
This is the picture with Heather with her glasses on, because you can see the red tint haze at the bottom of the picture, and then also within the image itself.
No, cause see, like. I'm confused, guys. I'm sorry. This is Migraine Brain. I sent him pictures in order to put, and I don't know which one of these is first or not.
And then this one here, as you can see, there's no red haze anywhere within
I think that's
the
without.
image, because you can see it here. But moving forward, this is one of the
so this one, I can tell this one. Okay, so this one is, sorry guys, I'm also looking at my phone, give me a second. This is not the one. Yeah, I sent certain ones in order.
So
there we go. That's the, yep. So that is what you would be seeing without wearing the migraine glasses. So you see all that bright light, and
then
that is with the glasses.
With the glasses, because you can see all the colors that were a bright white or a bright yellow is now more of a darker red tint. You can even see around the area where it's darkened.
Yeah.
I can show you the picture again. See, that's what it looked like without Heather having her glasses on, and then when she put her glasses on, this is the image that she saw.
Yeah.
Or this is how the pinball machine looked.
Correct.
In her, yeah. From her perspective with the glasses on. As you can see, you can see the red tint being displayed on the pinball machine.
So as you can see, there's a huge difference when you have the glasses on compared to when you don't have the glasses. And that's where I think those were a true lifesaver for that particular place.
And then even if you forgot them, I still would have went back home and got them and just be like, hey, we're going to be another hour late.
Yeah.
Because, that would have just,
Yeah. And I also brought my sunglasses too, just in case. But I really didn't need my sunglasses. It was more of the FL41 migraine glasses.
Yeah.
And so we were prepared and we had everything we needed. And then is there any other images?
Yeah,
okay. So, yay. Okay. So it's one of those things where we were prepared, we had fun. We got to spend time with friends. I got to hang out with Leroy outside, the house, and we do go out, but it's just, it's nice to do day trips when you're not used to doing them.
Yeah.
And so when I got home, I was feeling migraine-y. I was feeling migraine symptoms come on. So I knew one was coming. And then the next day, which was today, right? Okay. So today, that was last night.
No, last night.
That was last night. Sorry, guys. Migraine brain.
My fault, too.
No, you're fine. It's, migraine is happening big time, too. So I will own the migraine part. And the, that picture I took last night before I went to bed. And there was huge facial drooping. And, so that's when I know when there's huge facial drooping like that, okay, I'm in the migraine. Like, the migraine is here. Sometimes I may not always have migraine pain with the facial drooping, but the migraine is here.
Now, did you have any facial drooping while we were downtown? I don't remember seeing it because I was looking at you in the face a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't remember seeing it because I think all of the distractions, the walking, all the stimulation of everything kept your migraine at bay until you got home late at night. And then, of course, that's the result of, keeping a migraine at bay for that long amount of time is fantastic. Like you said, you had all your meds with you. You actually took some of your meds as we were heading our way there. So that kept it at bay. And then distractions of playing games and hanging out with friends and having
people
fun
watching
and traveling and people watching, like all that helped. And then
yeah.
at the end of the night, because I knew the migraine was going to come on strong, because it was at bay for what, probably 10 hours or so, 10 plus hours, where normally if you were just at home doing our normal thing, it would have hit you like a ton of bricks,
right.
you know, a heck of a lot sooner. So
right.
So being out and having fun and hanging out with friends was a great distraction.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and so I knew a migraine was coming, and it came, and then what you guys are seeing today is another migraine coming, and it's not intractable migraines that I have. I am a complex, I have a complex case from what the neurologist tells me, because I have 5 types of migraines I work with weekly, and it's like my brain is just like one after another after another after another. And we've tried lots of different medications, different modalities, different therapies, and not much is helping. And so we do the best we can to work with what we have. And I can either sit at home and do nothing, or I can choose to try to live my life the best I can with migraine disease and go out and have fun. And it's not saying that everybody is able to do this, because every person with migraines is completely different.
Yep.
So I don't want you to be like, oh, well, she's doing this, why can't you do that? Why can't, and that's not the reason. It's just reminding you everybody is truly different with migraines. And when I do things and when I have fun and when I see family, friends, go to parties, go out to the city, or go wherever, I'm expected to have some form of migraine later because of everything that is going on. And that's why I wanted to show you guys the picture that I was in yesterday, because that's the reality of it all. He knows how difficult it can be for me to do day trips or have certain things. And I enjoy those times. I have fun and all of that, but it's the what's going to happen later, and what if. And so, I still go, I still have fun, but there, that image that we showed earlier, I had migraine big time when I came home last night. Or not last night, but yesterday. Getting my days confused. That's also migraine brain, so welcome. And today I'm very fuzzy thinking. Today I have some communication issues that I noticed over at my friend's house earlier.
Brain fog.
Lots of brain fog. I accidentally left our front door open as we went on a slight walk. So there's that. And just other things I've noticed. And so I know another one's coming, and I took my medication earlier, but it doesn't mean, for myself and Leroy, it doesn't mean we try to have fun. Like, our lifestyle, I want to be able to do as much fun as possible as we can, and if I can't, we come up with plan A, plan B, plan C. And we were able to go out. Yes, that was great, and I had fun. Will I do it again? Absolutely. And then the other thing, just please make sure you don't compare your loved one to me or our lifestyle, because everybody's lifestyle is completely different. Yep. So, but this is just to show you and share with you what possible migraine kit tools that you can add to maybe your loved one's migraine kit. Yep. And what can maybe help.
Right.
So, and I have fun, and that's the end of, like, the whole picture is that having fun, because basically my migraines, I can't work with my migraines. And so I won't let it rob me of my social life. I won't let it rob me of having fun, And there's days where I'm completely down and I can't move. I can't do anything.
And I tell her, I'm like, do what you need to do. If it's soundscapes and closing the door and turn off the lights and taking whatever meds you need to do. And if you end up sleeping 4 or 5 straight hours, then that's what's needed.
Yeah.
I don't, that's what's needed.
Right.
And then there's time when you get up from that, you apologize. Like, what do you apologize?
Because I feel bad.
Because she feels bad because she pretty much slept the majority of the day, and sometimes it's like that. And and I keep telling her she needs to. I get where she's coming from, but it's okay because I know tomorrow's a new day. You might not be as bad as you were today with your migraines. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
And then when those migraine auras come, jump on it. Take your meds. Do your sound therapy. Use your tools that you have. We have a lot of them.
We do. And sometimes I get stubborn. Sometimes I forget.
Yep.
So this is where those gentle reminders come in hand. And I am sorry for my frustrations that you guys felt earlier or saw earlier. And I would like to keep it in this video just because I want you guys to see what somebody with migraine, what it is like with migraine. And that's not saying everybody, but sometimes, like, when we can't get our words together, when we can't get our thoughts together, we can't really comprehend what we're supposed to get out.
And frustration starts to set in, as you guys saw earlier with Heather.
So I do apologize to you guys, and I apologize to you, but it's one of those things that I want you guys to see too, because not many people see these things. Like, oh, what? Huh? Yeah. So, but he knows, and we always have conversations about certain aspects if we need to. So. Yep. So.
Yep. All right, guys. Heather, thank you so much for putting this
quick one together.
This quick one together. Yeah, you just hit me up with like, hey, I would like to do a podcast, and she didn't say on what, but I had a feeling, but I didn't want to, and then I didn't know what. I was just gonna, hey, let's just wing it. And, but then you already had a little outline that you wanted to go through. So But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Hype Man Podcast. Thank you again for all the love and support. If you want to see more, hit the like button. Subscribe to keep task on when Heather and I will be doing our next episode. I'll alert you, and so all right, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night and have a good one. Thank you.